Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is in town here in the Valley to meet with the Harlingen Chamber of Commerce. CBS 4's Stephen Seeley spoke to him earlier today to discuss his campaign. Stephen.
Marcy, Attorney General Paxton spoke to CBS 4 about a range of topics from immigration policy to his campaign for re-election. He says he wants tomorrow's luncheon to show the public what he and his office have planned. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is in Harlingen, and he says it's to meet the people of the Valley.
You know, I think it's partly just getting out there and meeting with people and making the connection, but it's also, I think, indicative of how well our office has done over the last 2.5 years and representing the citizens of the state of Texas.
Paxton has been the Attorney General of Texas since January 2015 and is currently campaigning for his re-election. With a reported $5.3 million already raised for his campaign and is closing in on $5.5 million. Thursday, some RGV community members will be protesting the Attorney General's visit and the possible rescinding of DACA, or the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. The program was a 2012 executive order by former President Obama that protects young undocumented immigrants from deportation. Paxton says it's up to Congress on whether or not it's good policy.
What I've had to focus on, especially during the Obama administration, is laws being made up by a president as opposed to being made by Congress. So yeah, I mean, the Constitution really matters, because once we start making exceptions, we lose our Constitution. We no longer have a representative body. We move more to a one-person dictatorship.
Of course, one of the biggest immigration policy changes facing Texans is the recently passed Senate Bill 4, or Anti-Sanctuary Cities Law. When asked if he supports the bill, he says it's his job to represent the state, not to have opinions on why the bill has caused such an uproar.
But the reality is that people have read the bill, they might have a different opinion of it. It merely deals with criminals. It deals with people who have been arrested, who are lawfully detained. So you're talking about people who are either suspected of crimes or actual criminals. And so it's hard for me in some ways to understand why it's controversial.
CBS 4 asked Paxton how he felt about tomorrow's planned protests.
You know, this is a great country, and First Amendment really matters, and that's also part of the Constitution. So I think it's great that people express their opinions, but I'm also hoping they'll understand what the actual issues are.
The Public Affairs Luncheon will take place tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the TSTC Cultural Arts Center in Harlingen. In the studio, Stephen Seeley, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.